Is Japan safe for women? Yes and no. When I'm talking about Japan, I am only talking about Tokyo, which is the only city that I visited so far. So, in that context, Tokyo is just as safe as any other big metropolitan city. I feel like a lot of people really downplay what actually goes on in Tokyo and the rest of Japan and just comment on how safe it is. Did I feel safe while in my solo trip to Tokyo? Yes. Does that mean I can actually let my guard down and not be careful? No. To assume that a country or a city is 100% safe would be very foolish, especially since Japan has quite a big problem with groping or chikan. And this usually tends to happen in public transportation, especially when it's busier, and men can get away with a little bit of groping. Sometimes it's sniffing, resting their head on your shoulder, inappropriate touching, and there's also the problem with men taking pictures up girls' skirts. So those are the realities. Did any of that happen to me while I was there? No. But I was very careful and also very diligent about knowing what was around me. And the best word of advice that I've ever received when traveling to a foreign city is to mimic what other women from that city are doing. One of the worst things you can do when traveling to Paris, France, is being overly friendly to men, making eye contact with them on the metro and smiling. That's basically an invitation for you to invite that man over. And yes, they will disregard your personal space because they think you are smiling at them because you want something. So during my time in Paris, France, I perfected the act of the straight face. Showing no emotion, I'm just here taking public transportation to get from point A to point B. I did notice that a lot of Tokyo women were very similar to the point that they avoided any eye contact, they just kept to themselves. So I started mimicking them. I kept to myself, I would look down at my phone. If I made eye contact with a man, it was, I would just look the other way. The other thing to be careful is that there are Japanese men that solicit foreign women for fun times, I'll just say. And during my time, I did get hit on by one man who saw that I was a foreigner, approached me and started speaking to me in English. He was very insistent on wanting to take me out, but I just declined. I did get a little bit worried and thought that he was going to follow me around, so since I was in a station, I just went to the nearest store. Once I noticed that he wasn't following me around, then I was safe to proceed on my track to go back to the hotel. So yes, Japan is safe, but that doesn't mean that you have to let your guard down and be careless. Be careful, watch your surroundings, and don't trust strangers.